Hey guys, today is day 3, Bieber Since 2009, the video I've been talking about in the past two. This one is most near and dear to my heart, that's why I keep emphasizing it. I have a lot planned for it, that's why I chose somewhere comfy because I'm gonna be here a while, so I hope you guys don't mind. I also just wanted to apologize. The past two videos I posted really late, especially last night. I went to go see fireworks with my family, and it's just very time consuming, but I was very determined to get it before it turned 12 a.m. today, and I did. It was like 11:50, so pat on the back to me. And the night before was the storm, which I explained in the last video. We weren't expecting it, so, I just tried my best, and this video I hope to get up in a couple hours. I mean, these two videos were very close together, so I hope you don't mind, and I hope you stick around because it will get fun. Tomorrow's 4th of July, so of course I'm going to do something special and not me talk your ears off. So let's begin. So the video is called Belieber Since 2009 for a reason. Yes, I am one of those that have been here for 7 years, and I will always remain by Justin's side and this fandom I call home. I was 11 years old at the time. I'll never forget it. It was like it happened yesterday. One of my childhood friends, her name was Jenna. If you're watching this, hi, shout out to you, thank you. Little did she know she changed my life forever. I don't know if she intended to, but it's something that will always be with me. So thank you for that, Jenna. Basically, all she did, we used to hang out every single day, from like sun up to sundown, every single day, especially in the summer. And she came over and she's like, "You have to check out this music video." I was like, okay. So, we went up to my room, went on my computer, and she showed me one time. I've never heard of Justin at the time. I was completely blown away. I was in love. His beautiful hair, his big brown eyes, like, what couldn't you love? The skateboard, the party at Usher's house, like, it was just perfect. And from that moment on, I became obsessed. And it happened to be the day she showed me, maybe she showed me for a reason, he was at Splashdown. Yes, Splashdown, that's in Fishkill, like 40 minutes from my house. And I ran to my dad. He was home that day. I'm like, Dad, please, can you take us? He's like, who is this kid? So I showed him. He was like, that's all the songs he has? I'm like, well, he's just starting and stuff. My dad didn't understand at the time. And it was raining a little bit, so it wasn't the ideal day to go to a water park. So, unfortunately, my begging and crying did not pay off. We didn't end up going, and now me, my whole family, when I tell this story, we're all regretful because there was like only 40 people there. It was up close and personal. He went on rides with some people, and it was even mentioned in the Never Say Never movie. So whenever that part comes on, I get teary-eyed, and I was like, that should be me. So, it's bittersweet, but that is the moment I first found out about Justin Bieber. This next story/experience is actually the first time I ever saw Justin in concert. Yes, I did not give up. I didn't see him at Splashdown in 2009, around the time One Time came out, but December 2009, I did manage to get tickets. It wasn't quite his show. He actually didn't have a tour at that time. It was called Jingle Ball. They do it all over in different cities. This one happened to be in New Jersey, and Jay Sean was there, Jordan Sparks, The Fray, Cobra Starship, all those acts back in the day made an appearance, and I was just so excited. I went with another friend of mine, Mel. Mel, if you're watching this, hi. She was my concert buddy for the longest time. She always will remain. Hopefully we can go to something now that we're older, but I'll never forget this experience either. It's still, I feel like it was a dream. I have to keep asking my parents to tell me that this really happened. So let's begin with that. December 9th, 2009 was the best day of my life. It was totally unexpected, but it just made it that much more exciting. When we got to the arena, people were handing out this little slip of paper about that big, and in the print it stated that if you bought an album for $10, sorry, that was my phone, of any artist you would like, you got to meet them and they would sign it for you. I just stood in my tracks. I didn't know what to say. I was speechless. I started crying. I called my friends immediately that couldn't come, and I just had to prepare myself because I was meeting Justin Bieber, the love of my life. So I ran over, I got that album. Here it is now. I took it out of the cover so you could see the signature. This is the one that comes pre-done in all the albums. If you guys have the album, I'm sure you have this too. But that right there is Justin Bieber's penmanship. I know it's only his initials, but I'll take anything that I can get. I still remember the experience. He had a broken foot at the time, so he was sitting at a table. I have pictures and stuff I'll insert after this little clip. He was sitting at the table, and you had to walk up to him. It was like when you're like on a ride or something, you have to keep going in and out of like the squiggly line. Well, when you finally reach it, he's just sitting there waiting for you to put the album down. So I did that, of course, and my mouth was probably dropped open, and he said, "Hey, sweetie," to me. Yes, I was only 11 at the time, and he was young too, so it was appropriate. And I could just remember looking into his eyes, and I think I said hi back, but I think that's about it. And he just gave me the album, smiled, and I went on with my day because the security was very, very strict. They're strict back then, they're even stricter now, but still, it's the only time I ever got face to face with him, and I will cherish it forever. Reminder, I'm sorry. And Mel, my friend, was in awe too. We, did a happy dance after and was screaming, and we just couldn't believe what just happened. And unfortunately, my mom couldn't come, so she was waiting, and of course, that's every parent's worst nightmare. Like, a bunch of people, and you can't find your kid, and security won't let you go with them because she didn't have the album. It was a little hectic, but it was so worth it. They wouldn't allow us to take pictures either, so I do have a picture of us online before we went, so I can post that, and I'll post one with us in the arena and a little clip of us screaming our heads off. All the quality for my videos that I will be adding aren't the best, I'm sorry. The cameras and our seats, it was very shaky, but I picked out the best videos and pictures that I could get, so I hope you enjoy them. February 20th, 2010 was another Justin experience I had at PopCon in Long Island, New York. It wasn't one of the best. I'll let you know why. Of course, seeing Justin is amazing, but we had nosebleed seats. I just wanted to be there though, and I had a loose tooth. I was 12, so baby teeth were still falling out, and I can still remember going into the bathroom and trying to pull it out, and it was just awful. Also, Selena Gomez was one of the other artists that were performing because it was somewhat like a Jingle Ball, just not related to Christmas. And that's around the time they were starting to date. So, of course, the Beliebers were a little upset. I know I was, but, they're both really great people. So we should be happy for them, even though they're not currently together now. You never know, time will tell, so just gotta wait and see what happens. But anyways, another one of the artists were Pushplay. They were a band from Long Island, New York. I used to follow them on their tours and concerts. I would travel New Jersey, everywhere bordering New York, basically. And that was their last show. They were moving on to bigger, better things, so it was their farewell. So it was very sad, and it didn't make the experience any better, losing a part that was very close to me. But Justin can always make me smile and turn everything around, so it was definitely an up and down show of emotions, but it still is very important to me because I got to see my idol another time. I think I had a really old phone at the time, or I might have not had any. I don't really remember being that age. So unfortunately, I do not have any pictures of me and Jocelyn at our seats or anything, but I do have clips from my dad's camera. He recorded Justin for me, so I chose a couple to show you. There's some throwback songs for the Beliebers since 2009, like me. It's just fun to look back at. Sorry for the quality. Again, I feel like I have to apologize every time. But here are some videos from the show. I hope you like them. August 31st, 2010 was a major turnaround. Yes, I got to see him again in the same year, but my parents actually surprised me with these tickets. They were in the 200s, but they were considered a VIP for the show. It was for MSG, like I'm going in 15 days, but the twist was it was actually being filmed for his Never Say Never movie. Like, that's the best of both worlds. I got to see him at the most famous arena in New York, be a part of his movie, and I didn't have to pay for them. Like, what could be better? Another one of my childhood friends, I know I'm giving a lot of shout outs, but hi Demetria if you're watching this. She actually got a phone call the morning of the show, and we asked if she wanted to come because we had an extra ticket, and I think it was that year actually, she took me to see Rihanna and Kesha at Mohegan Sun. So we kind of did like a concert exchange, which was cool. And I met up with another friend and their family. And we all took the train down. And it's fun to look back and reflect because at that time, Justin was all about purple. So every Belieber, head to toe in purple. And the city was just filled with purple and posters and just Bieber gear. And if someone said Justin, everyone was like, where? And like they were screaming, and it was just so much fun to be a part of. I'm so happy and fortunate that I got the opportunity. And actually, what was really cool, and I wasn't planning on saying this, but it just popped up in my head, Christian Beatles was at the show. And he was right next to my father when he went to the box office to get our tickets. We did like a will call kind of thing. And I wanted to go with my dad, but he was like, no, stay here. It's very like crowded and just it'd be easier if you just stayed here with everyone else. So I listened like a good kid, And here goes Christian when I turn around. He's walking down these little steps in MSG. I can still picture it because this was before MSG did the remodeling. And I was literally like that close to talking to him, to touching him, something, taking a picture. And he actually stayed for the show, of course, with his sister Caitlin. And Patty, of course, was there. Jeremy, the grandparents, they were all in like a lower section. And they're actually in my dad's one video that he has on his camera. I didn't include it in this one because I didn't want this video to be like 10-15 minutes long, but I did include some like secret footage from being in the movie and just me and Dimitri are having a great time in a picture, so I will put that in now.
Take ones, you're going to start the Justin. No one does Justin the whole arena until take 5. Don't ruin it for your daughter, guy. All right. 30 seconds. Take 5. All right. The timer started. We'll see you when the show starts. Thanks for being in the movie.
This is where things get boring. 2011 was a very long year for me because unfortunately I did not get to see Justin at all, so it was a long wait. But then 2012 comes along.